We all know about baseball's amazing stories, the up-and-coming teams that win championships, the player that bounces back from different situations to be a star, and the stories that came out of nowhere. Unfortunately, those good stories come hand in hand with bad ones. In today's video, we are going to take a look at some surprising things that have happened on the baseball field. This is basically the second part of our previous video, so make sure you have watched the first part. Link is given in the description. So without any further ado, let's get started. Ty Cobb attacks a fan. Long before A.J. Pierzynski made a name for himself as being the hothead of baseball, Ty Cobb was the actual bad boy that ruled the sport. While bullies have been part of baseball since the first game was ever played, it doesn't mean every player handles it very well. During a game in 1912, Cobb got annoyed by a fan that seemed to up the ante with each passing inning. Shooting racial insults and calling out Cobb's mother made Cobb lose his cool. He flew into the stands and began hitting the person. The victim lost most of his fingers, and not only did Cobb beat up a fan, but he also beat up a handicapped fan. Teammates came out in support of Cobb, even though he was suspended for this event. Nowadays, an event like that would never happen and shows how much baseball has changed. Steve Bartman catches Cubs ball. Cubs fans have always been a superstitious bunch, while citing the Billy Goat curse as the reason why they have not been able to win a World Series since 1908. A 2003 incident added fuel to the fire when it was rumored that the Cubs were completely cursed. At a time when the Cubs were so close to making it to the World Series again, Luis Castillo hit a foul ball that was in reach of Cubs outfielder Moises Alou. While there were other fans in the stands reaching out for the ball, it was Steve Bartman who made the catch that stole the out, with many people believing this was the reason why Cubs lost the game and were eliminated in the playoffs. Steve Bartman became a famous person that even received death threats from some die-hard fans. Black Sox loses the World Series. When it was revealed that Pete Rose plays bats in baseball while he was a player, it looked like a huge scandal. Regardless of the fact that he was placing bets for his team to win, many felt like it was just a form of team spirit instead of something capable of punishment. It also created a heavy stain on his legacy. However, this was nothing compared to the scandal that rocked the 1919 World Series. 8 players were forbidden from baseball for their role in fixing the series, and a part of American history vanished a little with the feeling that players would intentionally lose the World Series for something as unimportant as money. 1989 World Series earthquake. In the first crosstown World Series since the 1950s, the 1989 World Series was a massive event for people present in the San Francisco region. With the excitement of these two teams matching up was sufficient to make it memorable in baseball, things got really heated right before the start of Game 3. A 6.9 magnitude earthquake hit and inflicted structural damage in the stadium and the surrounding area. The Bay Bridge fell down due to the earthquake, and concrete also deteriorated from the top of the stadium, resulting in extreme violence. This was part of the series that could not have been predicted, and definitely made a mark on how we view locations while choosing places in the World Series. Death of a fan. 39-year-old firefighter Shannon Stone went to a Texas Ranger game against the Oakland's A in the hopes of grabbing a ball for his 6-year-old son. When Connor Jackson hit a foul ball, outfield Josh Hamilton acquired it and threw it to the stands for a blessed fan to grab it. Shannon Stone made a jump to make the catch for his son and fell over the railing in a head-first fall, dropping 20 feet to the ground. Hearts were broken to see his 6-year-old son stand